Hello everybody, my name's Zoe Scanlon. I'm a homeopath and my business is Family Homeopathy, but I will happily treat anybody that comes my way. I wanted to talk today about our digestion, just a few remedies and a few symptoms just to bring a bit of awareness that I think is missing about our gut and our digestion. So I treat lots of people. I treat many children, babies with wind and terrible colic issues, toddlers and school goers that have stomach pains and worries before going to school, and of course adults with IBS problems, sort of ongoing possibly for many years. I think there is more to our stomach than meets the eye. I really believe from my sort of work and my personal reading and interest in our wonderful bodies and how they work, and the connection to the mind and our emotions. And I think that homeopathy can really address symptoms, physical symptoms, in a way that other sort of more conventional medicine fails to do, because I think our emotions are much more tied up with our physical symptoms than we may be aware, and in particular our gut and our gut health. I see many children that have stomach pains before they go to school, as I mentioned earlier, and often if I ask the parents how do they feel about going to school, and they'll say, yeah, actually they're really nervous, and the stomach pains do tie in to them feeling anxious about school or an up and coming event. And that brings me to my first remedy, Lycopodium. And I'm talking about this little combination of remedies here, and Lycopodium was one of them. Gasodrops, made by LDD Bioscience, a pharmaceutical company based in India. They produce various products. In this one I'm going to talk about is specifically for gastro trouble, and it has 4 remedies in it. It has Lycopodium, Nux vomica, Anacardium and Belladonna, and all of those remedies are specifically for the gut. Well, they all have a picture of support for the gut. And what's lovely about homeopathy is how it addresses the emotional aspect. So Lycopodium, as I was saying, it has a real sort of emotional aspect to it, of anxiety and apprehension. And alongside that anxiety and apprehension, in Lycopodium in particular, it manifests in stomach problems. So they can get really, really upset tummies, or, you know, when I say they, I'm talking about children, but any of us, you know, homeopathy isn't just for children. It's for children, babies, pregnant women, adults, elderly, everybody it can be of benefit for, in my opinion. So Lycopodium in a baby, it may not have any emotional aspect at all. There may be some sort of relation to the birth or maybe what the mother's eating, and they can get terrible wind and colic, and Lycopodium can be really helpful for those sort of symptoms. In a school-aged child, they might be having anxieties about going to school and might be getting stomach pains, and Lycopodium again can be very helpful in that situation. And also with an adult who maybe has IBS problems, again, stomach issues, you can maybe hear the wind gurgling around, they may feel very bloated, but often with Lycopodium they'll have apprehension about performance. So the anxiety symptoms might get worse when they've got something approaching, whether it's an event or an exam or something that they're going to have to feel like they're performing in, or a social situation. They can be quite anxious socially. They're much more one-to-one sort of people. So that's just a little bit about Lycopodium, one of the remedies in this product. And Nux vomica. Nux vomica is a wonderful remedy, again has a large sort of aspect of gastro trouble, constipation. They could be very driven, very passionate, intense. They love business, they're very driven to succeed, very ambitious, and their stomachs can be slightly left behind in that drive for success and their careers. And they can suffer very much constipation because really their focus isn't so much on their stomach, it's more on what they're sort of driven to do in their day-to-day life. So they can it's a very good hangover remedy actually if they've overindulged with alcohol or rich foods, and they have stomach pains and indigestion, heartburn as a result of that. So there are 2 remedies in this little combination that could be very good for gastro problems, and I always recommend seeing a homeopath, getting a proper consultation and a constitutional treatment. But if you wanted to try something that's not going to give you any side effects, no toxicity, this product could be a good place to start.